Ladies and gentlemen, today isn't just a car comparison, it's a showdown between two legends. On one side, the 2025 Mercedes-AMG E63 S, a luxury sedan with the heart of a race car. On the other, the 2025 Porsche Panamera Turbo, a four-door masterpiece built for speed addicts.
By the end of this battle, you'll uncover secrets about these machines that'll shock even die-hard fans.
Under the sculpted hood of the E63 S lies a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 hybrid. Total output, 750 horsepower and 752 lb-ft of torque. Stomp the pedal, and you'll hit 60 mph in 2.9 seconds. But here's what Mercedes won't tell you. The hybrid battery stays cool even after back-to-back launches, thanks to a liquid cooling system borrowed from Formula One.
The Panamera Turbo, its 4.0L twin-turbo V8 delivers 630 horsepower and 590 lb-ft of torque. Activate overboost and torque surges to 627 lb-ft for 10 seconds. Enough to pin you to the seat. Porsche's secret A-variable geometry turbocharger that eliminates lag. 0 to 63.1 seconds with a soundtrack that'll rattle your soul. Fun fact, this engine shares its block with the 911 GT3 Subtle Flex Porsche.
But here's the game-changer Mercedes electric turbocharger. No lag, no waiting. Just raw thrust the millisecond you touch the gas. Tested on the Autobahn, it hits 155 mph electronically limited, while sipping fuel like a mild hybrid. It's like the engine reads your mind and your bank account.
Porsche retaliates with the PDK transmission. Shifts take 80 milliseconds faster than a human blink, and the Wataliharnadu Hyvalore-CAR, it locks the rear wheels mid-drift, turning this 5-seater into a sideways artist.
The E63 S is a master of disguise. In comfort mode, it floats like a S-Class. Switch to race a clump, and the active ride control suspension transforms it into a corner-carving monster. Rear axle steering, it pivots the rear wheels up to 2.5 degrees, shrinking this sedan into a hatchback mid-turn. At the end, you are burgering it lapped 7 seconds faster than the previous model. How carbon ceramic brakes standard, and a rear diffuser stolen from the AMG GT.
The Panamera Turbo laughs at physics. Its Porsche active suspension management scans the road 100 times per second. Hit a pothole, the dampers adjust before you feel the impact. Rear wheel steering, it angles the wheels to mimic a 911's agility. This isn't a sedan, it's a sports car in a tailored suit with a trunk.
Want madness? Engage drift mode. The E63 S disconnects the front axle, sending all power to the rear. Yes, a 2-ton sedan can drift. Mercedes calls it controlled chaos. We call it automotive therapy. At the track, it smoked a Corvette Stingray in a drift battle. No, we're not joking.
Porsche counters with wet mode. Rain sensing tech softens the throttle and preps stability control. Because even track gods hate hydroplaning at 170 mph during our monsoon test, it gripped like Velcro while the AMG's hybrid system momentarily faltered. Advantage Porsche.
Step inside the E63 S, and the MBUX hyperscreen dominates the dash. 3 curved OLED panels powered by artificial intelligence. Say, "Hey Mercedes, race mode," and the cabin dims, the seats tighten, and the exhaust growl. It projects racing lines onto the windshield like a video game. But the real party trick, the AI learns your route. Drive to work 3 times, and it'll preheat the seat and cue your podcast automatically.
The Panamera's cockpit is a driver's sanctuary. The GT Sport steering wheel wraps your hands in Alcantara, while the optional chrono stopwatch isn't jewelry, it's a lap timing tool. The 10.9-inch curved display prioritizes the tachometer. Focus. That's the Porsche way.
But here's the secret sauce, Mercedes ENRG-ZNG comfort system. It pipes fake engine sounds through the speakers. Synthetic? Sure. But when the hybrid system runs silent, your adrenaline still gets its fix. One editor's note, the massaging seats have a post-track mode to knead your aching back. Genius.
Porsche's InnoDrive 3.0 learns your driving style. Brake too late. It adjusts the suspension preemptively. We tested it on Route 66. The car slowed for hairpins before we saw them. It's like the car absorbs your bad habits, then fixes them behind your back. Maybe. Brilliant, absolutely.
The E63S wears savage elegance like armor. The Panamera grille gulps air to cool the hybrid battery, while active aerodynamic flaps adjust silently at speed. Opt for the AMG Night package, and it'll look like it's fresh from a spy thriller, all matte black and menace. But the real star, the rear diffuser. It's 30% larger than the standard E-Class, generating 150 pounds of downforce at 120 mph.
The Panamera Turbo's adaptive rear wing isn't just for show. At 56 nm, it angles to generate 220 pounds of downforce. Those side blades, they funnel air to cool the turbos, while looking like something from a fighter jet. Porsche's designers spent 1,000 hours in the wind tunnel perfecting them. Result: a drag coefficient of 0.29, slipperier than an eel in olive oil.
But here's the genius: the E63S's underbody is smoother than a politician's promise. Active flaps manage airflow, cutting drag by 12%. Speed meets silence, that's German sorcery. And those quad exhaust tips, they're actually oval-shaped to reduce drone.
Porsche's paint-to-sample program offers vibrant hues like lava orange or mint green for $12,000, a price many deem justified for such exclusivity.
The E63S starts at $135,000. Add the carbon package and AMG track pack, and you'll kiss $190,000 goodbye. Resale, 68% after 3 years, unless you get too adventurous with neon paint. But here's the kicker: Mercedes limits hybrid production to 5,000 units yearly. It's extremely rare, but with a V8 engine's roar $2,300 per month with $15,000 down. Arguably more affordable than therapy.
The Panamera Turbo begins at $162,000. Opt for the lightweight package, titanium exhaust, magnesium wheels, and you'll hit $210,000, but resale, 73%. Because Porsche is the Rolex of cars, panic-proof and perpetually cool. Lease it for $800 per month. And yes, that includes a free track day at Laguna Seca. Priorities right. Porsche's exclusive manufacturer program lets you spec everything from stitching to brake calipers.
The E63S Night Vision Assist. It spots pedestrians 600 feet away, projecting them onto the windshield like Terminator vision. During our crash test, it aced every category except for the driver's ego.
Porsche fights back with Night Vision Assist and carbon ceramic brakes, standard, because stop-in is optional when you're chasing lap legends. And the Porsche Track Precision app, it's a virtual coach that grades your driving and your ego. Miss a braking point, it'll suggest practice mode.
But here's the magic: AMG Track Pace transforms your E63S into a personal driving coach, overlaying racing lines, real-time performance data directly on the MBUX display and head-up display. It records lap and sector times with 1/10 of a second precision.
Porsche's in-no-drive 3-point gyro scans the road ahead, prepping the suspension for corners you haven't even seen. During our Death Valley test, it adjusted the dampers for sand dunes in a sedan. It's like the car cheats, and we're okay with that.
Let's tally the scores. For performance and engine tech, the E63S's hybrid brutality earns a 9.7 out of 10, thanks to instant electric torque and a 6 horsepower twin-turbo V8 and Porsche's raw V8 Fury. A primal 9.5 out of 10, pure adrenaline, but lacks hybrid innovation.
But air suspension can't hide its weight at the limit. In driving dynamics, the Panamera's surgical precision scores 9.8 out of 10. Rear axle steering and active roll bars make it a cornering assassin. The AMG's adaptive aggression, a thrilling 9.3 out of 10. Fun.
Interior and tech goes to Mercedes with a 9.6 out of 10s for its AI-powered hyper-screen. It learns your habits like a digital butler. Porsche's minimalist cockpit, a focused 9.4 out of 10. Perfect for drivers, but tech feels a generation behind.
Exterior design splits the jury. Porsche's timeless curves snag 9.5 out of 10. Sleek, aerodynamic, and instantly iconic. AMG's savage elegance claws 9.2 out of 10. Bold, but that grill's too aggressive for some.
Never heard of her. A value in exclusivity. The E63 SS hybrid rarity scores 8.8 out of 10. Limited editions command attention. Porsche's bulletproof resale, a 9.1 out of 10. Depreciation.
Safety and track tech crowns Porsche with 9.7 out of 10 for In-No Drive 3.0. Autonomous track mode is witchcraft. Mercedes's track pace a close 9.5 out of 10. Brilliant, but menus distract mid-lap.
So, who wins? If cutting, edge tech, and hybrid fury fuel your passion, the E63 S is your relentless ally. But if raw adrenaline and track obsession define your drive, the Panamera Turbo is your mechanical masterpiece.
Until next time, chase speed wisely and let the tarmac decide. Debate your champion below. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for riding with us.